I was just thinking you'd show up. Want more chips? Try trading online. Someone's bound to have the chips you're looking for. Who called quiz? It's quiz time! Come on and do it! Cha 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 cha. Nothing like a net battle to get the blood flowing. I think you should use a dark chip. Got ya! Did I scare ya? Dark Mega sure is spooky, huh? You can change my appearance by pressing setting. I'll boot up the gallery. We got this!
Ease out with the shit.
Well, I didn't record it anyway. Now we are. Well, I didn't record it anyway. Sorry, everyone. I had the thing set to the wrong...
This is why we test.
But we did. I heard it coming in. I heard, like, the sound coming... It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we just kind of lost the first 10 minutes there. Okay, well, thanks for letting us know there, Jables. Hi to you and Gwork. And,
Sorry, anytime we're not coming through, please feel free to let us know if the stream is not working.
Yeah, we don't do the silent streams as a rule, so, or at the very least, if we do, we're going to say it up front.
Yeah.
And then go silent.
Because they're still very amateur at this, but thank you for letting us know. I was making fun of the scientists saying, no, we got to find Y as well actually want us, because Wily and Light in Mega Man generally don't reproduce.
Oh man, so yeah, they totally missed us talking about the different options and the languages and oh man, well that's
You've never been part of a podcast where you lose half the podcast, have you? Welcome to production.
Oh, I absolutely have, but still.
You make the best what you got and you just keep on going.
So, welcome to Nadia and David's Mega Man Mayhem, although in this case it's probably more appropriate as Nadia and David ruin video games.
Hi, R. Falcon. Yeah, we talk. Sorry about that. Surprise!
Like I was saying before, we were going to do Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge, the color patch this week, and then we actually played it last night, and Nadia was like, nope.
No, like I said, we have a new rule: no games that suck, or no games that absolutely suck. And that game absolutely sucked.
It is probably among my least favorite Mega Man games because you'll be hard pressed to find me say that I hate a Mega Man game. So definitely among the least favorite, but I keep being willing to give it a shot for some reason. And but Nadia, not so much. Well, there goes Command Mission. I'm,
No, Command Mission, hi, first of all. Thank you for joining us. Command Mission doesn't suck. It sucks in its own beautiful way. And Old Man Jable says there's a gateway computer on there. Does it have, the cow print? I don't see a cow print computer, but they all have that kind of 90s ass-looking computer with Post-it notes stuck to them. That's actually a really nice touch.
I guess 19XX is the 90s. Command Mission, no, I'm not even an RPG person, really, by nature, and even, I liked that one enough, so that one will definitely be in when the time comes. We're kind of trying to go through things chronologically. This one's just kind of a sidestep because, A, we're not doing Dr. Wily's Revenge this week like planned, and B, it just came out and it's topical, and it was let's have some fun.
Yeah,
So getting on with that.
So that's supposed to be Baby Wily and Baby Light, I think.
Oh, I think it didn't catch the sound, but I said I like how it's everything is sepia tone except for those two.
Yeah.
Years later, in the 21st century...
Gwork asks, Nadia, do you like RPGs? No, they suck. They suck, but...
I hope that was a joke question.
Nah, it was. And it was a joke answer for the... No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. You decide. Now, Lan fell asleep on his Hot Wheels computer.
We turned off the filter because screw that noise. They didn't include any sort of like CRT type filter this time, so go figure.
Man, you can't fall asleep now. I have narcolepsy. That's very insensitive. I like how that soccer ball's been outside of Lan's windows since the beginning. So it's like, let him in, let him have some food and some water.
I want to see them like do a game during the wintertime and it's like just got snow on top of it and like
Old Man Jables, the smoothing filter was really bad on this. It absolutely does.
The let's see, as far as whether you like RPGs, apparently jury's out on that.
Don't warning me,
Lan. Yeah, these still have the original scripts, except for a bit where they added the Boktai content back in for 6. Everything else, for better or for worse, is as it was when you first played it. Except now it's in, like, a typewriter font.
You can fall asleep at home and in class. I was an expert at both. And then I discovered I had severe sleep apnea. PET.
Oh, don't start.
What, sleep apnea?
No, PET.
Oh,
even
right.
the voice actor's calling it a pet now. So.
Okay, that indoctrinated me so heavily for some reason, which is stupid. I couldn't really watch the English one.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the only place where it was called a PET, and somehow it stuck until now. Now they've, Duff McWayland'd it.
Here, let me play.
Okay, sure.
So Lan's like, let's go on the internet. We have school in like 5 minutes, or homework, but we usually jack out. See, that's the rule in life. You jack out and you do more homework.
Do me a favor before you,
Sure.
Before you jack in, and just go over towards Lan's bed for a second.
Jack eye. Lan!
Lady boy! It's Mom. I wonder what's up. Is her, oh, well, so much for that. Oh, okay, here we go. I forgot, this game, like, and I mentioned it in my review because it's like a pet peeve of mine when it comes to the final bosses. It loves to just fade in and fade out on the exact same spot and scene, like, for cutscenes.
Oh, how do you leave?
What are you trying to...
Trying to back out.
There you go. Okay, he's got a Boktai poster there now. Yeah, like, one of the games I was playing, I think it might have been 4... it looked like a picture of, like, mail, like, over his bed, like, just kind of pushing him out of the way and, like, flipping the bird. Like, I'm assuming that's not what it's supposed to be, but it sure looks like it.
Yeah, I definitely think it's supposed to be that, but that'd be pretty funny. Hello, Mom. Have you changed your clothes yet? No.
Oh, hi, Zeph. Let's see. Our Falcon says the e-reader cards in Volume 2 are super fun. Recommend trying them at some point. Oh, absolutely. We're going Buster Max. We're nuking everything. Zaf says hello. Lan, pick up your freaking room. And
It's better than mine.
Jable says, man, I have feelings about the font change. Our Falcon says, hey, Django. Django?
I think it's Django.
Okay, I'm not sure. Zaf says, young man, stop roller skating around in the house.
No, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my parent. Who's that?
Technically, I'm rollerblading, so screw you, Mom.
I'm trying to figure out who there's a picture of on the side of his computer there.
Oh, I didn't get to see it, so.
I'll show you when I get up. Hello, I'm here to look for a navvy. Something about a recipe. Soccer balls.
I like how the part you can walk on is the part that's, like,
Yeah.
not there.
Lan's been looking at porn again. He got the viruses. Alright, I'll download Malwarebytes and take care of that. The end. Game over.
Oh, our Falcon says it's a pic of Lan and Mail doing a high five. Is that like the one on the computer or the poster we're talking about? Let's see. Lance Hart says, hey, Lance, I need to try out Volume 2, but I'm all in on Battle Network 1 right now. Yeah, I played a bit of that one. I kind of dabbled around a little bit doing the review. Our Falcon, the one you referred to. Okay, I guess that'd be the poster. Let's see, and Jable says, Lan's been using LimeWire.
Oh no, I downloaded Linkin Park EXE. What went wrong? It's supposed to be I am numb.
I just love how anybody who was around, like, using the internet, like, back when this came out, like, the jokes just write themselves.
Yeah.
Gwerk says, Lincoln _ park-num.exe.
Exactly. That's just probably their best known song, frankly. So they're doing the usual, like, tutorial.
You can just click OK and then just shoot them with your buster.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Unless this is the one with the... I think some, like, more strictly enforced, like, you have to do what we say before you can...
Oh, I see wrong. There we are. Operate away! I can do a whole bunch of stuff.
Table says, why are these viruses doing the Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky speech? And our Falcon's just like, I don't know, it's a triple asterisk and an emoji.
What was with that, My Fellow Americans thing? Like, what was the whole joke behind that? I never listened to the full file. I don't think I ever downloaded it, thankfully.
I'm not familiar with it myself.
You don't remember that? Like, you download something from LimeWire or some other shady thing, and it'd be a song, and instead it'd be like a really bad imitation of Bill Clinton saying, "My fellow Americans, I did not sleep with that woman," and I can't remember what the joke was, if there was any.
Okay, one, I don't even know if I ever used LimeWire, or at least long enough to get something like that. And two, there were so many jokes about that, like, through the 90s, like, it probably would have just, like, blurred together anyway.
Yeah, but it was, like, really, anyway. But, yeah. Kind of reminds me of 1-800-GOLF-TIP, which was a Canadian urban legend, where you dial 1-800-GOLF-TIP on a payphone, and you get, like, a strange voice, like an Arabic voice, saying the counting to 10 over and over again.
Now, something about that seems oddly familiar.
Yeah, I think some people in America have told about it, but it was finally someone, like, deciphered it, and it was a code coming from St. Catherine's or something like that. So it could have gone over to America, like American networks too.
How bizarre. So Lance says, I keep forgetting that each of these games has a mandatory tutorial. Yeah, I really wish they'd added an option to skip that. But at the same time, I kind of understand it because, like, each one changes things just slightly enough that, like, you kind of need to know, unless you're replaying. The one in BN1 was fun. The others were mostly painful. Yeah, BN1, you could just, like, shoot the, like, viruses with the buster and, forget what Miss Mari says. Our Falcon says, oh, okay, Twitch, chat censored it. Ha! And Gwerk says, I remember late night ads for weird phone lines. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the days.
I wonder if they still have those. I mean, there's got to be boomers who still use them.
One thing I was talking about with this game is, like, how, or, like, Battle Network 1, just this, I guess the series in general was just kind of prescient. Like, back in the day, it's like, oh no, viruses have infiltrated our internet-connected stove. What will we do? And it's just like, back then, the idea of a oven or stove or what, just appliances connected to the internet was, like, so absurd that all we could do was laugh at, like, the surreal absurdity of it. And then, look where we are now.
This is actually retro in comparison.
Yeah.
I don't like how they changed these guys' like text into full uppercase after 4. I don't know why they did that.
It sounds like they're shouting a lot.
Yes, he just shouted in my ear. Thank you. But yes.
Jable says, the fact that BN4 makes you do the tutorial every time you NG plus is criminal.
Ugh, really?
Wow, because, like, yeah, the New Game Plus is part of the whole gameplay loop there, so yeah, that's especially cool. Let's see, Lance says, the one in BN1 was also a class. I think most of the others have you crashing into viruses the second you go on the net. Yeah, kind of like this.
Windows Defender wasn't quite up to snuff by that point. Oh, I like how things are color-coded here.
Yeah, that was a change they made at some point, kind of.
Because the going around Mega Man Battle Network 1's place is just freaking insane.
Yeah, unfortunately, like, Operate Shooting Star, which was kind of a pseudo crossover with Star Force, but mostly a remake of the original game.
Yeah.
Had some quality of life improvements and other stuff going on.
Hi, Mega.
That unfortunately, just like absolutely
Hello.
none of that is here.
Where are you going? I'm running an errand for Mom. Gutsman and Glideman. Oh, right, it's not Glideman, it's Glide.
Yeah, and it's like after the first game, they kept misspelling it, or correctly spelling it, however you want to look at it.
Well, he's supposed to say hi. You just gonna not come with me? Alright, that's cool.
Let's see. R. Falcon says BN4 was a big system revision from 3, so it was good there. And Gwerk says, I also remember watching a lot of the science fiction network Space. I remember Space. Space was cool.
Ooh, Unlocker. Yeah, that's gonna be 4,000 Zenny that I do not have. I'm gonna buy it, please.
Yeah.
No, Zennies. Is that how you spell? I guess that is the plural of Zennies, isn't it?
I always just say Zenny, but
Yeah.
like I don't know if I trust them, like to tell us, like at this point. Let's see. Zaf says, "Man, these new voice actors are amazing." Our Falcon says the program's talking in all caps is actually closer to the Japanese version, as they talk in nothing but katakana, which is kind of the equivalent.
Yeah, I figured it was a katakana situation, but not every change that's made in localization is. Well, everyone's fussy about certain things.
And our Falcon says, but I was weirded out by the all caps too at first.
Yeah.
Lance says, BTW, have you read the Reunion manga chapter?
Yes.
I cried. Yeah, I read it. I really liked it, except I didn't like... Okay, I wasn't a big fan of keeping Lan and everybody in silhouette. I sort of get it, but at the same time, I don't know. I felt like it was, unequally, is that the right word? Unequivocally? It wasn't, applied evenly across the board, so it's okay, you got, an idea of, what Lan looks like. He's basically dressed up as his dad, but, he's older, but you don't really see his face. But you can kind of imagine. It's a similar deal with, a show, not Chod, or...
Chod,
maybe
yes.
it is Chod, I don't know.
No, it is not Chod.
Well, she refuses to accept. I don't know what the...
Well, they refuse to accept it. They had a character named Foi. They had a character named Show. It's a very simple French thing.
I'm just saying that the mispronunciations could be deliberate.
Sure.
Which would be kind of stupid or goofy, but I digress. I liked, you could see, Show, he had the, kind of suit thing going on, he was, off running his thing. Similar deal with Yai. She's big business. You could see the change there. And then Male is complete silhouette, and it's you have no idea what she is looking like now. And I don't know. That just bugged me.
She's Lan's wife, I think. And once an anime, the wife falls into the wife role. That's it for them a lot of the time, unfortunately.
Yeah, at least in Dragon Ball at the very least. But
Dragon Ball, especially Dragon Ball.
Let's see. Nova Blasters, heyo,
Hey.
says, it would be funny.
It would.
But yeah, that was just the disappointing part for me, but otherwise, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I actually read it in the airport on the way to PAX.
Oh,
Welcome
nice.
to Area ACDC Tour.
Lance says their son wasn't a shadow, though. Patch, yeah, I think that's the one everybody wanted to see, and I thought he looked pretty cool.
I think there's other official art of Patch.
I think there's semi-official art of grown-up Lan and Male with Patch that's done by the artist of not the same manga who did the Reunion one, but the other one. What was it called? Battle Mission or something? I think it was a little more game accurate.
Yeah, so he kind of liked the same there.
Lance says, I love the detail that he wears Lance's bandana and it's old and torn up. Oh, I did not notice that part, actually. I mean, I noticed the bandana, but I just kind of thought he had his own thing going on. I didn't realize it was the same bandana. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cute.
That's kind of awesome, actually. I love stuff like that. It kind of makes me want to see, Patch doing, thing in a Battle Network game. I wonder if we could get that, if this does well, because I understand it's doing pretty well.
Yeah, what is it, the Twitch numbers are good or something like that?
Yeah, like, I think first day Twitch numbers on each volume are beating out Mega Man 11 when that came out. And Mega Man 11's like the GOAT, so.
Yeah, there's a lot of nostalgia for this series. There is definitely a visible divide between those of us who grew up with the original and are nostalgic for that, and the people who grew up with this, or got into Mega Man through this and are nostalgic for that. It's all good. Spick and span. After we go by, everything is spick and span. Everyone talks to you like in the Hotel California. Oops. I guess you figured out what we are.
Annoying.
That's right. We're the ones that keep the nuts sparkling clean. And good job. There's viruses everywhere. Don't leave your trash around. Too late. You've got a pocket full of trash and it's all going on this floor.
Let's see. Yeah, R. Falcon says, I agree. Wish they'd been bolder in showing off grown-up designs, even if they would be considered non-official afterwards. And Jable says, yeah, I grew up with these. Sorry, Nadia.
Oh no, it's totally fine, and it's good that you grew up with any kind of Mega Man, but it's just interesting to me.
Lance says, it's a collection of JRPGs. It's hopefully going to print gold. And let's see, Nova Blaster says, I think for a lot of people, this was also their Pokemon.
Yeah, and one thing that we were talking about on Axis of the Blood God is there actually has not been a lot of games, if any, that really effectively echoed this battle system ever again. Never really adapted into their own thing.
I think Capcom has kind of gotten on some people who've tried to imitate it.
No, I don't think that's the case.
I'm pretty sure that's actually legitimately reported as the case, but.
But what? How do you own a battle system? Do they copyright it and say you can't use this? I've never heard of that.
I mean, I don't know. How does Sega own a friggin' Arrow?
Well, that's a very specific thing. I don't know. Maybe there are games out there that really do a good job. Gatsu. Hello, Glide. Why, hello, Mega Man. What brings you here? I'm running an errand for Mom. How kind of you. Yeah, I can learn a few things from a nice lad like Lan. Don't tell her I said that. She'll kill me and send me off to the knackers. Hey, Gutsman. Guts. Hello, Gutsman. Well, I'm trading ships with Glide right now, so F off. Yeah, sure gives her now some great ships. Yeah, she's rich. Sorry, you can't win. That's the way it goes in life.
Yeah, so,
Continue.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where I was there.
Oh, I forgot what this thing on the thing is.
Thing on the thing? Oh, the item? Yeah, you get an extra bonus item if that doesn't get destroyed during the battle.
Oh, cool. I like that.
Let's see.
It was any.
Zaf says, yeah, it's true. The nostalgia with these games is very different. I was in college, high school, when these came out, I think. R. Falcon says, grew up with the X series and this. Jable says, but also as some, why are there little icons on it? But also as someone who really loves card game mechanics and games, especially RPGs, and it just bumped me to the end. Battle Network was always going to be my jam. I like Battle Network a lot, but some of the RPG stuff kind of grates on me. I'll get into that in a bit. Nova says, same Zaf. Lance says, there's only one game. Jables, there's been some attempts, but sadly, few have really come close. Zaf says, you can't copyright game mechanics, no.
I don't think so.
R. Falcon, One Step from Eden is pretty much the only big one. Lance says, you can copyright with stuff like save transfers, but not game mechanics themselves. I don't know. Sega and Fox probably have a different opinion there, but...
Well, we don't know. Do you know the logistics and legalities of that one? Because I don't.
All I know is I believe Sega won, so...
Yeah, but under what conditions? I don't know. I've never heard of a battle system being copyrighted like that. And certainly, I can't see Capcom going after that specifically. They're you know that word.
Litigious.
Litigious, I'm sure, as any other company, but they're not Nintendo about it.
That's fair. Jable says, One Step from Eden is probably the best, but I think it loses a lot to being a roguelite.
I think this little program coon guy needs to go into the trash.
Nova says, I love how Glide in this series is his polar opposite from his Legends namesake. And let's see. Lance says, To Jables, that's the one I'm thinking of. It's the only one that had the frenetic feel of virus busting. Jables says, yeah, it really captures the feeling of doing those super tough post fights, but I just missed the customization. Agreed. But yeah, I don't know. I remember there was I think it was on some sort of DVD or something. It was similar to a Battle Network thing, and I just remember Capcom raising stink over it, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know. I would have to look. That was a long time ago.
Hi, are you Mom?
Just by the fact that it was a game on a DVD.
Excuse me, Nadia.
something.
Do you belong to Mom's friend? Oh, you must be Mega Man. That's Nadia. I've heard lots about you. From Man's mom. Mega Man gives stew wreck. I guess stew recipe. Oh man, I can go for some stew. Heavens! You brought this all the way here. I'd heard Land's mom cooks a wonderful stew. So, my operator asked her for the stew wreck. Thank you so much. I can't wait to try out the stew wreck. I'm going to cry.
So, yeah, I was trying to remember why we were here.
Okay, Land, we're 5 hours late for school, but we're done.
So they added this Max Buster thing that instead of doing 1 point of damage, your Mega Buster by default does 100 points of damage. We've got that function on. It's supposed to help you enjoy the story more. Unfortunately, the random encounters still bug me at points.
Oh yeah.
Generally I don't mind them, but then it's when you're trying to do something, like you're trying to catch something in an area, before you can move on, or just there are times where I wish you could turn it off.
Mail, Dex and Yide Mail. Dex and Yide Mail.
Lance says, love me a stew wreck.
Everybody drag out.
And what were those things even that you were standing on?
I don't know, but the thing's supposed to be represented the kitchen somehow.
Zeph says, agreed. I grew up with random encounters, but I don't really like them or ever did, lol. Yeah, they're the bane. When it's me and RPGs, I don't like them.
Oops.
Especially the more, I don't know. I guess the less abstract an RPG feels, the more I hate them. For example, you're running around a 3D environment in Mega Man X Command Mission, and it's oh, it's an empty room. Okay, I guess we're safe here. And then, and you're in a random battle. It's oh, right, that's the thing that happens. And I don't know. But if it's something more old school, giant, chibi character walking across the map in Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest or whatever, I don't know. I can buy into it more there somehow. It's kind of weird. And here, this probably falls closer to the latter for me. But I prefer, where you can see the enemies coming.
Playing Octopath Traveler right now, which has random encounters on it, but I don't mind them. It's hard to explain why. Something about the battle system just works for it. Thank Lan. You're welcome, Mom. Mega Man. Are you having a stroke? What? You're going to visit your father?
Why would you do that?
Maximum power? And have a nice time. I'll be over here staring at the dishes, I guess.
Jable says random encounters are good, actually. With sunglasses on a cat, I think.
Hey, look at my face. It's real weird.
I mean, if you like them, you like them. I'm not saying, they have to take them out. I am saying that one reason I like this game and it kind of disappointed me at the same time is it's got the great Liberation battle system, and I was really hoping that would replace the random encounters, and it did not.
Cute little dinosaur.
That was one reason I chose this one, is I'm hoping we get to the Liberation battles.
A giant forehead! My dad bought me a giant forehead. It does everything, including giving me a giant forehead. By the way, do you know I have a giant forehead?
No, what?
I have a giant forehead. Oh, that was stupid.
Zaf says, I liked Chrono Trigger's take on it, where I could avoid fights if I wanted to. Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes there'd be unavoidable ones, which, alrighty, yeah, sometimes, sometimes there's a fight where you have to do it to proceed, so I get that. That doesn't bother me so much.
Does Yaoi have the Twin Towers painted in the background?
It's oh, get the, these 5 ingredients from, the 4 corners of the web, and, every 3 steps, and, you're getting interrupted. It's actually why I did not finish Star Force 2, is the random encounters were, so frequent there, and there's a part where every time I'd restart the game, because, I just end up wasting all my time in these random encounters, and I just kind of got lost. I couldn't find my way through it.
I like how Yaoi's computer here has that, the Half-Life logo on here. Half-Life 3 confirmed, everybody, is Mega Man 3, Battle Network 5, sorry. I do like, okay, one thing that this does, like, have as great in any RPG is the fact that you can touch anything and look up a description and, like, jack into.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Get on my computer, lad. What the hell are you doing?
I'll jack into your squirrel if that's what it takes.
See?
What? That doesn't even make any sense.
And I just like how each one is, like, individualized.
Yeah, that was a neat thing they did as they got later into the series. Let's see, Zaf, or hitting the enemy before the battle to get a preemptive hit in. I like that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, I think my first RPG, I don't know if Zelda counts as RPG or not. We'll just say no.
2 definitely does, but otherwise, yeah.
Well, even that, you had the icons on the map, so. But, yeah, my first, like, turn-based random encounter, no, not random encounter, but my first, like, more traditional RPG was probably Super Mario RPG. So, I really like the way it did the stuff there, so.
Yeah, actually, we did a Pantheon of the Blood God about RPG and saying that for a lot of people it was the entry point to RPGs.
Yeah, which is kind of a disappointing when you, like, turn around and it's like, oh, here are all these invisible random encounters now, because, like, that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nova says, Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana did it right in the old school. And Lance says, the battle system in Octopath Traveler is a mini puzzle with every fight. That's why I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I'm not just mashing A.
That one, well, at this point in the game I have on Chet, and she's got, like, a whole bunch of really high-level monsters that I captured, so she just kind of brings out her, like, deadly-ass Pokemon, and we're done for the day.
Nova says, foreheadgirl.exe.
Yes.
Okay, now here's one for you. Hi, Fourpush. Fourpush says, my first RPG was Mystic Quest.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. That's exactly what it was intended to do, so at least you did it for one person.
Yeah.
That's good for you, Square. You did it. Great soundtrack. I was actually playing the soundtrack on Theater Rhythm recently, and it has those, like, wailing SNES guitars that I only heard besides that game, in Mega Man X3.
Zeph says, did I just hear you say you have Bleep in your party?
Bleep?
Shit.
Where was that?
Lance says, even Mystic Quest didn't have random encounters. For Push says...
speaking of foreheads. Oh, if it isn't land, what brings you here? Gonna sound like Frieza.
You know, she always looks so pissy in the games, but she's, like, much more friendly looking in the anime.
I love how, like, her eyes are. She's just like, get out of this room right now before I break you in 2 parts and throw you out the door. A lady
She
can't
looks
just
like a
rush out
bulldog or
without her-
something.
She kind of does looks like a French bulldog. You're right.
Let's see. Fourpush says, mostly because Mystic Quest is one of the only proper RPGs that came out in Ireland. Oh, wow.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, Europe got... I love how they bring it out to frickin' Europe, bring you guys nothing else. Would you like to have my subjects, little boy?
Well, I guess if they didn't like their first RPG, then they weren't going to bother bringing a second.
Lock enemy. I don't know what that means.
Let's see. Lance says, all enemies show up on the world and are persistent. Fourpush says, MQ soundtrack whips. I had a friend who had Mystic Quest back in the day, but I never really played it much. I'd watch on occasion. Zaf says, in your Octopath Traveler party...
Oh. Wait, I'm trying to remember what that's about.
Did she hear you say that, or did they hear the... okay, getting all tongue-tied. Did they just hear you say you have, that in your party?
Probably. I don't know, I'm trying not to swear, so I hope not. What are you going to write about for your school report? What school report? I'm in the same grade. I'm going to write about the regular system. What's that? Keeps you regular. I'm already halfway done. All you do is take a bunch of laxatives. Here, tell me what you think. The regular system. The regular system allows you to designate one chip as your regular chip. Oh, this is something I absolutely do not need because I am death incarnate in this game.
Why does he have a forehead, too?
Everyone has a forehead in this game. This is the evolved form of humanity.
Well, at least Land covers his up.
You cannot jack into a squirrel.
Nick Strife _7777 says, hello, guys. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, nice. I was just playing the collection as well.
Hi, Mail. Let's see if there's anything cool to spy on here. Oh, I like your Yamaha keyboard. Dun 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 dun. can't go up to her loft, so let's just bug her. Something up, Lan? Dad wants to show everybody something, and it's totally rated PG, we swear to God. But I have to get ready before I go. How are you gonna get ready? There's no bathroom in here. It's just a pink hell. A lovely heart-shaped pillow. Heart-shaped box by Nirvana.
I always thought Male has like this really neat bedroom setup, just the way the bed is like up on the top of this ladder.
Yeah, it's a
thing,
loft.
and-
You see it a lot in like apartments and stuff like that. My cousins had a bunk bed where like the top bunk was like this, and the bottom bunk kind of jutted out from the bottom this way. And we used to get up on the top bunk and jump down to the bottom bunk, and dear God, my grandmother was pissed when she discovered us doing that.
Oh, I can imagine.
A lone ace of hearts.
I just like the economy of space in play here. Plus the fun of a bunk bed without the...
If you want a bit of random trivia, apparently the ace of hearts is Lan's favorite card or something.
Huh.
This is Male's PC.
Let's see. Zaf says, I figured it out. There's someone named...
Chet, that's it.
Yep.
Chet. Yeah.
Yep, LOL. Lance Hart says, she has a half-level loft. This is a very rich neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes sense. I mean,
You get that.
I have no idea what her family does, but we know that, like, you know, Lance's family basically invented the internet, so...
We live in a very modest house for someone who lived into the internet. Which is fine. Nobody needs a giant-ass house. Come on! I like how our background is like bunnies and apples. God, her computer's a mess. Everything's like...
I always thought lofts referred more to, like, a type of apartment or a condo or something.
Yeah, they can... Like Lance said, like a half loft or whatever. I've never lived in an apartment like that, so...
One thing I like about Max Buster mode is it kind of makes the game a little more like the cartoon where Mega Man just one-shots everything.
Yeah, good point. Because it was like, oh, there's a Metar view. We have paid for these things to have that animation where they zip out, so I guess they were all... Oh, hey, cool. Except I can't go this way.
Nova Blaster says, someone tossed out the theory that the only difference between BN and Classic is that Light got laid. I've seen that around.
Yeah, I've seen that around about how that was the indicator of whether the future goes off the rails or not. If he gets laid, everything turns out okay in the end. Doesn't get laid, no, things are still up in the air.
Which is really ironic, because you think it'd be like whether Wily gets laid or not.
He gets laid. He's got Regal.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, there we go then.
And technically, well, I don't know if it's a spoiler enough at this point of the game, or at the point of like the game's life, but he's got Barrel too. But that's not biological.
Lance says, what's fun is that Yai's family is ludicrously rich.
Yeah, and they just live on this like, middle ass income family neighborhood. It's like probably like her 50th home or something. I just use this one to use the bathroom, then I leave. Okay, so I got Mail, and I guess I need Dex. Dex probably lives in the doghouse. Let's see. There he is. Oh god, his place is a disgrace. Comic books. Wow, books. The handheld system everyone loves. The Switch? For kids, it's essential as owning a PET. Pat. Bless you.
Excuse me. That looks like a Game Boy Advance SP. Which is funny, because, I noticed a lot of the pets seem to resemble different forms of Game Boy Advance or Nintendo DS or whatever.
Dex plans, is that...
Speaking of which, they got a GameCube there. Is that in the PlayStation 4 version?
Oh, I don't know.
Because it's like, they were kind of scrubbing all that kind of stuff out, like with Mega Man 7. And,
I like how they said the game is the... Oh, I was saying before that the game looks photorealistic. Oh, there you go.
It's just like, I guess GameCube wasn't like a big enough thing that maybe nobody feels threatened or something. I don't know what their deal is, but yeah, it's too bad they cut this stuff out of Mega Man 7, but then it's like
I have
they're leaving it here,
questions
so I don't know
about these tissues in the vicinity of the TV. Just asking questions that I will not repeat. I'm going to go into Dex's computer. Apparently, it's a mess.
I mean, to be honest, I would expect if it was for anything like that, it would be closer to either the TV or the computer.
That's fair.
But,
Let's give Dex the benefit of the doubt. This is the webpage of Dex number 1. Oh, Dex number 1 Net Battler in town.
Lent says, yes, the Nintendo references were apparently confirmed as still being in the PS version. Well, I'll be danged.
I like this.
Yeah, that's great. Nick Strife asks, question, which Battle Network is your favorite? Mine are 5 and 6. Really liked the Liberation missions and being able to play as other Navis. And I think that's why 5, like, I played the DS version, but yeah, I think 5 was probably my... It's definitely one of my favorites. I'll get to the other in a second. But yeah, I really love the Liberation missions. I wish there was more of them. I wish they were a more prominent part of the game. I could probably do a whole game of those. It's just... Yeah, I love the Liberation missions
Did
here.
children know what a BBS is anymore?
6 I have not played yet. I'm hoping with this collection that I will get around to it when we get to it on the Mega Man Mayhem stream. Again, this is just kind of a one-off thing, so we're going to be coming back through here later. My other favorite, Mega Man Battle Network 4, Red Sun. It's the only one I was able to, like, beat the final boss, like, legitimately without any, like, you know, cheat stuff. And so that one's kind of got like a special spot for me. And it was, oh god, I wish I could have recorded it. It was just like such a friggin' dramatic like finale too, because I think I had like 1 hit point left, or it was like one more hit and I was done for. And like I finally got like my main card, like my main battle chip, like the super Vulcan cannon thing that came up, and that's just how I ended up finishing Duo off. And it was just... it was such a great moment. I really wish I had it recorded somehow. Which one's your favorite, Nadia?
2 is completely unhinged, so I like it for that reason. But I think 6 is probably my favorite. Like, I know by then people are like, oh, we're so done with Mega Man, blah, 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 so boring, so repetitive. But they really refined the system to, like, a polished sheen there. And the story was actually pretty good. But, yeah, much as I like Battle Network, it's never been my go-to, so... But I would go to, like, 6. 5 and 6 are good, and 2, just to, like, get a real feel for what the old games were like. Hey, Dax!
What's up, Lan?
I have a shark fin on my head. Don't you think it's cool? Dad wants to show everyone something inside now. Let's go. Hey, that sounds totally cool. Alright, let's meet in 30 minutes in front of the Metro line station. Woo! I like how they have, like, a subway stop in their, like, suburban-ass neighborhood. Although, to be fair, so do we. We have a couple, so...
I like how Dex is voiced by one of the Eds in the cartoon.
Is he?
Yeah.
Which one?
I think Ed with the 1D.
30 minutes later, nobody shows up, because nobody likes land.
Let's see. Lance says, Reddit is kind of a humongous BBS.
That's true.
And, oh hey, Dex builds Gunpla.
Yeah, he does.
Gunplay? I forget how it's
Gunpla,
pronounced.
and he,
Okay.
by the looks of it, he gives up halfway,
Yeah.
which I can totally
I
relate
mean,
to.
it could be just not finished. First time Chad. Hello, the Thirsty Mage.
Oh, hello, Thirsty Mage. How you doing? Don't worry, Yowie. He'll be here any second. On the way, Dad. That's all is to come.
I'm sorry, what did you call her?
Nothing. But Dad tries to show something to everybody. You can bet there's something far out. Sorry, dudes. Is that what they call it these days?
So yeah, I kind of like how the second half of the series, they kind of redid the sprites, the pixel art, so the kids are actually, you know, a little shorter than the adults.
Were they not before?
Not to this degree, I don't believe.
Scilab, let's go.
It's a little more pronounced here. Lance says, don't worry, we'll have it archived on the VOD. That's what I'm afraid of.
You know I'm a scientist, because I have, look at Dr. Light pointing. My grandfather's a nerd, and so am I. A statue of man.
From holograms to stones. What a
That's where they
downgrade.
entombed Dr. Light.
Yeah.
That's what. There's the mystery solved. That's what happened to him. Just sitting there pointing at nothing.
I'm just waiting for him to, like, you know, come back to life and, like, start walking.
Why do all
like,
the
you know,
scientists-
Frankenstein like that Stalin or whatever it was in The Simpsons?
Why do the scientist NPCs all look like Hank Hill?
I don't know if I see it.
There's a dude here who's just hanging out with the scientists, like, probably trying to get in and get some secret nuclear shit. You guys might want to do something about that.
Let's see. Next Drive says, true, the new pixel art is so much better from MMBN4 onwards. I'm a little surprised that the battle pixel art one's unchanged.
Yeah, me too. Would you like to have my subjects? Ride the shoe puff?
Oh, do you have Harvest Cheddar? I said sub chips, not sun chips, you phoebe.
I could go for some chips. You don't really need anything here. Come
The
again.
Thirsty Mage says, I'm a Twitch noob. What's the blue crown next to these names?
That's an excellent question.
I have no idea. Blue crowns, speak up. Sound off, rather.
Dock up ahead, if you say so.
Nova's like, dang it, Lan. Lan says, I love how they obfuscated the family relation by simply not translating the name from Japanese.
Yeah, I like that. Wait a minute, Hikari means light. That's a real, like, weeb awakening moment there. I know this word.
Lance says, it means we're Twitch Prime members. Aha.
These sculptures just had chips in them. The chips are as big as I am.
I'm trying to figure out what's holding the chips.
It's some kind of, like, piece of art. Oh, good, I can jack into it. It's so, the funniest thing about this game...
It looks like a hook hand thing, like, you know...
The funniest thing about this game is how, like, everything's still wired. Bluetooth, go. This right here, where you have, like, the kind of isometric little dungeons, is very reminiscent of Breath of Fire 3.
They get to wireless eventually. I thought it was this one, but if it's not this one, then they do it with, in the next one, I think. It's, like, infrared.
Yeah. Art is so wonderful. Shout it with me. Art is so wonderful. Yay, art. It rhymes with fart. That makes it wonderful.
Oh, Lance notes that they can also remove the crowns whenever they want. Neato. Neato mosquito. Oh man, these like floor things just remind me of something and I can't place what.
My name is Mega Man and I got nothing to lose.
So I'm also going to say that I really liked Mega Man Star Force, the first one. I got the Dragon version, of course.
Oh wait, time for story.
Oh,
This is the Scilab. Should we go inside? Nah, let's go home. Wow, just, they're ghosts. They're dead. That's the twist, everyone. They're dead. Sir, we cannot drive our car any further. We have reached the end of the world. The hour's upon us. Begin the operation. Zzz. Oh shit, I hit the Adam's apple.
Thirsty Mage and Nick's trying to figure out which game this is. This is 5.
Yeah, this is 5. I make sure nobody suspicious gets past here. Oh, I know you. You're not Hikari's boy. You're Mufasa's boy. I was gonna look like... Oh man, the pigeons are having sex on the balcony again, I think.
This is Team Colonel to be specific. And how did we wind up in a subway?
What do you mean? We're not... Oh, a subway. For a minute, I'm like, they took the subway here. I see what you're doing. I can hardly contain myself while I don't pee on the floor. Cutting-edge electropia technology is developed here. Cutting edge.
Marco SM64 says, that's the only one I have played, and this looks familiar. Lance says, the what are what on the balcony?
Yeah, we have pigeons that hang out on our balcony, and they're just, like, courting on the balcony this year. Some years they do, some years they don't. Looks like they've chosen us this year. Welcome to Scilab. I am the sexy receptionist. What can I do for you?
One sweet onion, chicken teriyaki ranch, please.
You should have railings on your stairs.
Ah!
Wow, the joke is
I wish
I'm
I could
fat.
do the Wilhelm scream. Lance says, oh, okay, you said kids, and I was quite surprised.
I'm a salesman for a company that sells pet parts. I'm scheduled to meet somebody. Well, good luck with that. Sheesh. This is cool. These look like consoles.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like old video game consoles. Kind of reminds me, it's like, I don't know when, if I'll be doing it, but yeah, some people might know I'm kind of doing like a Legends fanfic story thing set in the world of Mega Man Legends. We also did like an RPG back in the day that was Battle Network, except it was like set in a different city. I figured like, okay, if like, the like software side and like, more the just kind of like the development was handled like, in Din City, like, ours would be like, kind of built around like where the hardware was like manufactured and that kind of stuff, so.
Yeah. Did you bring everybody along with you? Yeah, they're all my invisible friends.
Yep. Yeah, you can see how much shorter Lan is compared to his dad here.
Yeah, I guess before he was like his dad's height.
I don't know if he was the same height, but it was a bit closer, I saw.
Scilab, whoopee.
I like how you just completely shut down what I was talking about.
Sorry, just the way he said it.
Let's see.
Well, let's just get to the story thing first.
Lance says, funny how the salesman looks like he's doing door-to-door in the 60s.
Yeah, the traveling salesman get up, like my dad used to dress up when he was selling. Something very special? A program I found when going through the trash. Oh, some old documents. Whoops, I forgot my ID card. Brilliant! Mastermind. You're the one who lost your card, dude. Don't blame the computers.
Marco says, does anyone understand how the quality of life changes work in this collection? I think you either completely remove encounters or leave them at the normal rate. No, you cannot remove encounters at all. What you can do is turn on Max Buster, which basically amplifies your Mega Buster's power times 100, unless you charge it, in which case it actually gets weaker.
That's funny.
Yeah, I thought so. Let's see.
Emergency.
But yeah, that's the big thing. There's still one save file per game, so you don't have multiple save files. You can't rewind. You don't have save states. It's stuff that would have really helped during the end game, in my opinion. Because I'm usually I'm about as good as up to the penultimate final boss. It's like the final boss is just like a difficulty spike that.
Everybody's dead. Game over. They all went to hell. Wow, Len wasn't even there and he fell asleep. He was just like, oh man, perfect opportunity to just take a nap.
Let's see. Lance says, oh, hey, it's the Maverick alarm.
Yeah, it is.
And Marco says, got it. So still get all encounters, they're just easier, basically.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, actually, I'm going to need you to do something when you have a chance. Oh, hey, it's a Psycho Mantis squad.
Yeah.
Are they going to read your memory cards? Zeph says, oh, hey, the hot Dr. Light. Nice.
I am Dr. Hikari. No, not Hikari. He's Regal. What about his kids? I'll leave him dead.
Part of me wants to see a classic version
Damn, like a
of
sack of
Regal,
potatoes.
but I guess it probably wouldn't make much sense.
That man's must weigh 100 pounds at most. Like, just taking their pets. Leave them on the floor. This one's not breathing. Yeah. Getting paid by the hour here. Why don't you look around the corner? That's a new and a great new technique called looking around the corner. Everyone's really big on it lately.
I mean, I can understand why Regal wanted to see him, but it's funny that the others would just, like, be able to see out of the corner of their eye.
This monkey doesn't pay enough. I'm not gonna...
Nova says, lazy supervillains.
Lan. Yeah, I think Hikari gets kidnapped so many times, like, just... Lan wakes up. Probably should have gone to the hospital, but what do I know?
I do not think we're going to reach the liberation missions during this.
Probably not.
That's too bad.
Wow, 3 days, and he really should have been in the hospital. That was a hell of, like, what dosage was that? Oh yeah, he's fine. You're dead.
You don't think it would be that heavy if it went down to 0.03 that quickly, but...
Yeah, exactly. Like, even if it was like ether or something, wears off very fast. You do as I tell you. Len, stay in bed. And I made myself there. Sounds
Come on,
like my
Chi-Chi,
mom.
I need to be rescued.
Then he gets out of bed. Because his mom wastes her breath.
I like how his pet's on the pillow next to him.
Oh, right, that's right, he didn't get his taken. I just thought it was cute when, like, he says, like, mom or dad.
I think maybe that was supposed to be I don't know, maybe not. Just, it seemed like what Mega Man was saying is, like, probably, like, should have been landlines. I'm not sure.
Oh, so I wouldn't be surprised if they mixed it up.
Yeah.
Everyone's said about losing the pet. Yes, the pet that we all shared. Yeah, I really wish they would have just gone. It wasn't like the translation was awful, but it really needed another pass over.
Yeah.
That's why in localization, the games that I've localized have always had, like, the translator, the localizer, and then the editor. So it gets, like, it goes through several passes. Check the net.
Yeah, you gotta have that surfer accent for Mega Man.
Was he Canadian? I can't remember.
I think so.
Because I remember people making fun of that, the way they always make fun of Canadian voice actors. Haha, Zero's Canadian, he says a boot. No, he doesn't.
Okay, do me a favor and pull up your menu. Go to Mega Man. Press X.
Here is my status. Oh, cool.
Alright, now's the fun part. Go to download chips.
Oh, sweet. So I can, like, summon these.
Yeah, you'll have to put them in your folder first before you can use them, but yeah, you can get these special, like, event-only, Japanese exclusive chips that you can add.
Sweet.
You only get, like, one per save file, but, like, you know, of each.
And that's
There's also various cards that you can enhance stuff with, like, you can, like, look at the effects and whatnot. Some can, like, you know, raise your life and other stuff. Oh, hey,
it's a cute little hub.
Yeah.
I like how they're working with megabytes. Like, that's nothing anymore. Wow, you can summon Ganon.
Sign of the times.
Gospel. That's cool. I'm gonna try out the ones I got. Oop. I forgot what this one does.
Attack times 2, custom times 3, or plus 3, gigafolder plus 1, da-da-da. HP minus 50%.
So I have to go into the folder and equip that?
Yeah.
Do I have the megabytes to do it, though, is the question. Oh.
Let's see. Nova says, Regal
go.
posts on Twitter about kidnapping Dr. Hikari. And Nick Strife says, still better than Mega Man X6 localization.
Oh, yeah.
Zillow! Yeah.
That was so weird. Why was that like that? Okay, let's see if I'm able to do this. Wow, it let me. Ooh, evil. I love how things like the dark web and whatnot become part of this.
Yeah.
Windows Defender didn't update again. Lan, what have I told you about that? It's supposed to be automatic.
I'm not sure if
check.
Is the folder, like, with the memory limitation, or is it just, like, you know, the default chip thing? So that's what I ran into the other day. I couldn't set any of these, like, you know, fancy pants chips to... As,
I'm
like,
not
the
sure.
one that comes up, like, you know, first.
Maybe that's the problem. But we'll see if it pops up at all. Warning, warning. This area has
Well, it
been
should if you put it in
commandeered
the
by an
folder.
unknown group. I did, so... see what happens.
Although it took a while for some of them to rotate in for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Mini bomb.
I'm just, like, in the first game, dodging Gutsman's attacks, like, you know, until base finally shows up.
And as we can see, he's not going to show up here, so we're just going to kill everyone. I have all these great ships, though, because I'm just, like, beating everyone in 5 seconds flat.
What was funny is I, like, added, like, 1,000 hit points to my total on one of the games with one of the cards. And doing it does not increase how much life you have, just how much you can have. So, yeah, my base 100 hit points like was still all I had, which was full when I started. Then when I added the card, I was like at like probably less than a tenth of my thing, and then the thing starts beeping. So I had to jack out so I could like, you know. But yeah, there's some fun to be had here.
Yeah, the later games like this one, you can definitely tell, like, they rebalance things, and now this dude's just, like, going out of his mind. Hey, what are you doing? This area is dangerous. Run away while you still can. You're not running. Oh boy, I gotta jack out quick. You're like the guy at Pompeii. Oh no, here comes the pyroclastic flow. Better die a man. If you know, you know.
I do kind of wish they'd included, I mean, I know they've already got 6 games in this volume, but Battle Network 5 Double Team DS would have been a nice inclusion.
Speaking of Double Team.
Heck, it'd make nice DLC.
Well, those Metars, did not see what was coming. Oh, we got busting level S.
I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, I saw Proto Man kind of go in there and smack him, but what's Colonel supposed to do from that range?
I don't remember a long range weapon, too. We'll take a look if it comes up again. You're okay, here it is again. Oh, yeah, right, I gotta call him. Okay, yeah, he just swiped, too. And hoping for the best, I guess. Real long sword with a real long reach. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. It's okay, Mr. Program Coon. Better escape before it is too late. Now I'm gonna go into the danger. That's what I do. I'm Mega Man. I'm not getting the other dudes, though.
Let's see. Nick Strife says, yeah, and maybe the Operation Shooting Star for MMBN1 as well. Yeah, given that... okay, so you can buy both games together. I think it's like $60. Maybe it's $50. I think it's $60, though. And or you could buy an individual volume digitally for like $40 each. The first one only has the first 3 games, so that's like 4 games total. The second one has, like, you know... the last 3 games, 2 versions of each for 6 total, and like they're the same price, and that feels unbalanced. And it's like, okay, no, maybe you could have operate Shooting Star to balance it out. I don't know.
What do we got here?
Oh, whatever works for them.
Navi.
I hear the physical versions are becoming really hard to come by already. I'm glad I pre-ordered mine. I still got to go pick it up, but.
You know what we do with Navis? We waltz into our areas, we sit on them. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I like the introduction of these, like, you know, evil-looking Navis.
Yeah. Even though, I guess they're actually Rhino Beetle cannons in real life.
Yeah.
You're very threatening, dude.
I think he just,
like... gone.
Throws out viruses. I did see someone suggest that, like, they should have put Mega Man Battle Network 1 and 2 on each volume, and then have, like, you know, one version each of 3, 4, 5, and 6 on one volume, and the other versions on the other one, which is an interesting idea, I find, but...
Wow, it took this long for his dad to wake up. Oh, you're the son of that scientist? Well, he's dead. Ha ha. Bye.
You know, technically speaking, Battle Network 2 is like the only one that did not get a 2 versions in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, yeah.
Which is funny because, if I remember correctly, that one's like the fan favorite, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
So...
Buster is powerless against this. Well, have we tried the Buster that we got now? Because I think...
Shoot! Man, what did I just tell you?
Yeah, really, talk about a who's on first situation.
But we have Max Buster on.
It's from Scilab. It says, haha, your dad is kidnapped. Wow! That Nebula always up to no good. I think Mom's pretty worried already.
I wonder how many people who grew up with like Mega Man NT Warrior like would be totally all over these games if they knew they existed, but since they're called Battle Network, they're just like,
Oh yeah. Oops.
Jables says, quote, haha, your dad was kidnapped, unquote. Nadia Oxford, 2023.
I don't know. It'd be funny if like that was the email they gave him. I'm slightly disturbed that my husband was kidnapped, but hi. I'm fine, Mom. I'm totally not up to shenanigans. Dex invited me to play. You don't go over to Dex's house. He does weird things to do his, takes his dolls apart and puts them back together. Dex's house is dangerous.
I won't, Mom.
Goodbye, indeed.
Mega Man, on the other hand.
Waffy table.
Mega Man's made for going places dangerous.
Wow.
Wait, what messes with its ability?
It's basically an HD TV in the age of like when HD TVs were extremely rare.
Huh.
And this was HD TV, not like 4K or whatever the hell they got going on these days.
Okay, I misread masses as messes.
Mom's homemade pasta is the best. Wow.
Never
If
changes.
she puts it all together by hand, that's quite impressive.
First, we connect the pasta maker to the internet. Then we put Mr. Prog on a treadmill to run it.
Full of shoes. Current status, full of shoes.
Nova says, quote, no saving the world again, unquote.
Yeah, really.
And are you net battling up there? No. Sound of pet intensifies.
Oh, right, he doesn't have his Gutsman. It's kind of sad.
Oh yeah, he like freaking loves Gutsman.
It's like, now we gotta play outside.
Yeah, so does Mail.
What
But,
are you doing behind the tree there, sir? Yeah, okay. Phew, it sure is hot, sir. It is like 60 degrees out here. Oh, where's, guess Mail's not here. You said she was outside?
Oh, I missed that. I don't know. Who's that? Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Did Lance say, what am I doing here?
Probably.
You just kind of went a little quick there.
Sorry. Thank you, but I'm probably not going to use it.
Tch.
The usual Dex would start harassing me about, like, just punching me in the stomach, saying, net battle me, kid, net battle me. Ah. The squirrel is too dirty.
The regular Dex would just grab my hand and hit me in the face with it and keep saying, why are you net battling yourself? Why are you net battling yourself? Then he'd shout, program advanced before punching me in the stomach.
There's something strange about the net today. Where's it supposed to go? Probably Scilab, right?
How can a bully be so nerdy?
Oh, right, I forgot about this. Beep, beep, here I am at Scilab.
Jable says, BN4 and BN5 have goofy translations.
Oh, for sure. It's really, I think 6 was better, but it is a shame. Would you like to have some of my subships? No, I keep talking to you.
Yeah, the first 3, as I recall, were pretty solid.
2 was off the chain, but yeah.
2 was unhinged.
Yeah.
But, like,
I think the
that
warning...
was even before translation.
The warning they have at the start of the game is strictly for 2, probably.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I don't think people got to see the warning, did they?
Well, we can reset later when we're done here.
Yeah.
Sure is quiet. We're finished. Behold, we met at the elevator.
Len's like, oh, I never got my sub.
I'm jumping.
Seriously, who ripped off who with that? I want a sandwich.
Ding dong.
Alright, whose eye do we rip out?
Ew.
Well, that's how these things go. It's the future now.
This is like, I love how like huge his lab coat is. probably not. I don't think it fits him. Oh God, so much porn. Wow, he's into some weird
Why is
stuff.
it smoking? Nick Strife says, LOL, BN2 English script is golden. What was it that dude says about the whiskey, was it?
Like, go drink your mama's milk? No, go suck on your mama's milk, which is even worse.
I suppose it would be.
And he had like a real street tough sort of like stereotypical black accent.
Yeah, I remember like in chat like last night people were talking about like how problematic Battle Network 2 could be.
That and the woman having the orgasm in front of Lan. Miss Millions.
Lan getting like mugged 3 times once he hits the equivalent of America.
I forgot about that. Fuck. That was 3, right?
Did you?
No, I didn't say it. I said f.
Okay. Let's see, and then there was... Oh, right, yeah. There was like the Not Africa, or Netfrika, if you prefer.
Yeah.
Tribal people who worshipped like some sort of like... Was it a water filter
I think it was
thing?
like a thunder god or something.
Yeah. And like they need...
I don't know why I'm not dragging into this. I feel like it.
And then Mr. Famous ends up like, representing them like, for some
I'm the terminal program.
thing or other.
I'm the end.exe. Press me when it's time to just end the freaking
Nick Strife
world.
says, "Oh, I forgot about that." Yeah, I think Battle Network 2 was like E10 plus, like before there was E10 plus. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure if this collection is rated.
That is a good question. I would look at the case if I had one. So instead, I'll just pull it up online.
I like how this one's not on, so you can't jack into it. You can tell. Alright, I got Dad's ID. What do I do with it? Do I go in the elevator?
I was gonna say, I think you were, yeah. Yep, it's E10 plus. Let's see. Does it say why it was rated that here? No, I don't think it does. Gee, GameStop, it seems like that'd be important information to have for that kind of thing if you're gonna list the ESRB rating.
That's fine. I'm gonna jack into this computer. Well, let's see what's back here.
Is that what it takes?
Oh, that's what it takes. Jack in, Mega Man, execute. Bing. That's so like such a flourish. That's the one thing we don't have these days. It's like, oh, here's the future. Everyone goes out of their freaking mind before they use their phones. You don't have that here.
So I recently did a article on the Mega Man Network, the mmnetwork.com, that was about how they really missed an opportunity, and I really thought they were going to do it. There's an episode of NT Warrior, or the EXE anime, take your pick, where basically they kind of did a whole like kart racing thing. I really thought they should have done a game like that. The one big hang-up I found was like, okay, what do you do for tracks though?
No, these are pretty alright.
Kind of. I mean, it's just like a whole bunch of like abstract geometric paths, like against a friggin' screensaver from the 90s, and it's just kind of like I don't know if that would be enough variety,
You don't really hear about fragmentation as much anymore. And yeah, could you reorganize the data back when you had to defrag manually?
Let's see. For Volume 2, the one we're playing, we have fantasy violence, use of alcohol, and tobacco. Rating summary. This is a collection of action role-playing games in which players assume the role of Lan Hikari, a boy using a robot, to battle enemies in a cyber world. Battles are presented from a sideways perspective, with characters taking turns selecting and executing attack moves. Battles depict small explosions, targeted attacks, dwindling health bars / hit points, and laser fire. Some enemies shoot cartoony cannons, harpoons, or missiles at player's character. In one sequence, a character drinks rice wine and acts drunk, e.g. hiccuping, as characters remark, e.g., quote, I wonder who'd have won if she wasn't drunk, unquote. A handful of gallery images depict a robot smoking a pipe.
Yeah, why don't we go check out the images before we finish up?
Yeah, we should do that in just a second here. Now, the first volume is where it gets juicy. Crude humor, fantasy violence, mild language, suggestive themes, use of alcohol and tobacco.
God damn.
This is a compilation of action role-playing games in which players help a man stop evil groups from committing cybercrimes. From a three-quarter overhead perspective, players interact with characters and use humanoid AI to battle computer viruses and robotic creatures. Players use blasters, energy swords, and mini-bombs to defeat enemies in 2D grid-based battle arenas. Battles are frenetic at times, accompanied by blaster fire and mild explosions. The game contains some suggestive material in the dialogue, e.g., quote, "Stop peeking, you pervert," and, quote, "Her measurements are 33, 22, 33," and, quote, "You missed out on seeing her naked," unquote. Which, given who, if I remember, that refers to.
Yeah.
Anyway, some sequences depict animal droppings on the ground with accompanying dialogue, e.g., "The smell here is too much," and, quote, "Phew, why did he have to go here," unquote. Players can encounter drunken characters, e.g., hic in their speech. One mission objective requires players' character to obtain whiskey. Gallery artwork depicts a character with a cigarette in his mouth. The words "damn" and "hell" appear in the game.
Yeah, that's one thing that just was funny as hell, so to speak. Okay. Oops. Yeah, so let's leave.
Oh, and Nick Strife says, "Oh, I read it. True. Weird we never got a racing game for one of the most popular Mega Man sub-series. Thank you for reading it. I hope you enjoyed it." And Jable says, "BN2 is wild, man." You know, I think it's not too late if they wanted to do one. I mean, they'd really have to take some, like, you know, just...
Oh, I see. I guess
Did you save your game?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember how to get out of the... Oh, I'm going here thinking that's how you get out of the game, but I don't think it's...
Oh, press the select button.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Turn to the title screen, I guess?
Yeah, let's see what that does. Because we wanted to show the warning as well.
Yeah. We might have to...
Oh, okay, sorry, that's the... That was the game's title screen. Okay, so we're back to Mega Man. So yeah, let me just...
Takes a while to load, I guess.
Good old cartridges, I guess. Health warning. Capcom. I still don't know what these guys... Like, they've apparently got a nice little, you know... Oh, here we are.
Yeah, it kind of goes by fast, but no.
Yeah.
Good that they have it anyway. Let's go look at the artwork a bit.
But yeah, Neobards, they've got like a nice, you know, portfolio, but at the same time, I'm not sure what they contributed to this. The credits aren't especially clear. Like, you know, you got programming and stuff, and...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, patch downloads and cards. Like, yeah, you got, like, all kinds of, neat stuff here. Double Soul, you can, like, activate it before you even get the, souls in-game, which is a neat thing. Character cards. I don't think these actually do anything. I think they just,
Oh man, Sharkman. I forgot about Sharkman.
I think they're just, like, kind of character profiles.
There was a Sharkman in one of like the DOS games, right?
Yep.
I just love how they took from that.
Yeah, I kind of wish they'd, like, migrate them back to Classic, like, in an official capacity.
Is there any like rare artwork?
Well, funny you should mention that, but before we do that. This is the one that I was using in 4 is... Oh, actually, these are all for 4. I forgot they're separated by game. But yeah, like, you got these 3 guys kicking butt.
Sweet.
Special cards, which, of course, I had to equip
Nice.
that one. I got that in the original. That was one of my big ones. And
Like how he's like all shadowy, like he's here, but he is not. He's 0, but is he?
I think it's... I don't know. It's like kind of a weird thing. It's like... the way that 03 and Battle Network 4 connected, and it's just kind of like, you know...
Yeah.
Is that canon? Like, are they actually, like, using cyberspace to connect the two worlds? Because that would be, like, really friggin' cool.
Sure.
Let's see. You got trophies, which are basically your achievements. Art gallery, which, like, you know, it's pretty extensive. Look at all the character
I always
art
liked
and stuff.
Leica as a character.
Did you want me to pull him up, or?
No, you just went past him quickly.
Okay. Oh.
There's an old sketch of Regal, I guess.
Let's see. How do I? Okay, there we go. Da 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 da.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the movie is on Capcom Japan's YouTube for now, so go check that out if you haven't before.
Oh, I love her
think it's in
earrings
HD.
that are like metal magnet man.
Oh,
You can't really see. You can't see it in the here, but like in the official art.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, that's neat.
Oh, there's a cat. Did you see the cat?
Oh no, where? Oh, huh. Cool.
Did he have a cat? I don't remember him. I remember him, but yet I don't remember him.
I don't recall. I forget if he was in the version I played or not. There's your boy.
Yep, that's my boy. Yeah, they did a good job cleaning these up. Oh, that's Miss What's Her Face. Everyone
Princess
had
Bride?
yeah, everyone had a boner for her. That's Shadow Man's operator, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's Tomahawk Man. I'm guessing he's probably one of the reasons they need the warning. Oh, everyone had a boner for her as well. He's not bad. More people need a boner for a Regal. Kind of takes after his father, you can tell.
There's Mr. Lord, Dr. Wily.
Wow, he really looks like Regal. I like
He reminds me of someone, but I can't place who.
I like how they kind of adopted those styles for Mega Man 11, though.
Gyro Soul, Napalm Soul,
Search Soul was pretty
or
awesome.
Moltanic Soul, I guess, if you go by the dub.
What'd they call it?
Napalm Man became Moltanic Man.
Oh, I can see
which,
why they
like,
cut that.
Isn't even a word.
No, they
I don't
made it a
know. I
word.
mean, it's seems kind of silly to me, but
Oh my God, he's naked. Who was that? Oh, I guess that was Hub. I think. Yeah,
and
that was
here's
Hub.
like one of my like two favorite like net navies.
That was Airman.exe.
No, Gyro Man.
Oh, that makes sense. Robo Gyro.
Oh, I had not seen this version before. And then there's the guy. I swear he looks like he's like based on Evangelion or something. Just those proportions.
Yeah, it definitely looks like one
me.
Eva.
I always like Searchman.
Searchman was really EXE was pretty cool. Like very simple redesign, but very effective. There's the Colonel.
Let's see. Anyway, but yeah, you said you wanted to see some rare stuff, yeah?
Sure.
So here's stuff like from other games, like, you know, that aren't featured in the collection and promotional stuff.
Hi, everybody.
I think the first collection had Battleship Challenge art, which is Turbo Man, which would be like my other favorite. Just
Turbo Man.
behind Gyro Man. Huh?
Turbo EXE, was he one of your favorites? Aquaman EXE always made me have to pee every time I look at that art. Not my favorite. There's Airman EXE, right?
I think... I forget if that was Airman or if that was... No, Airman actually looks more like Airman, now that I remember it.
Oh, okay.
This one, this was... Shoot, which one was he?
Some blow man.
Lance says, Gyro Man looks like a Transformer. I can see why you like the design. Absolutely. Turbo Man, EXE, he can't transform, so that's why he's behind Gyro Man for me here. Because Turbo Man's like one of my favorite robot masters. And, oh, Nick Strife also says, you're welcome. I've been reading the Mega Man Network posts for ages. Since the 2010, I think? Awesome. Well, thanks for sticking with us. Through thick and thin. Nova says Cloudman looks like. Okay.
Oh, okay. Whoa, who's that jabroni?
I think that one's Junkman.
Okay. Starman was really cool.
Yeah.
Of course, Bass was perfect. Was that Gospel's operator? I can't remember.
No,
that wasn't him.
No.
Magic Man. Oh, hey, it's Luminate.
They don't tell you what any of this is from, so if you don't know, you don't know. But I think some of it's like from the like mobile phone games, like
That
Phantom
makes
of
sense.
Network.
Yeah. Which,
I like that design.
shit, who was that again?
I forget what his name was.
Because I remember liking his design as well. Yeah. That's, was that Nightman EXE?
This?
Yeah.
No, Nightman was like the big...
Oh, he's a big beefy dude. This was...
Yeah, the big bell thing.
Shoot.
I think that might be his horse.
Were they the same character?
I don't know. I mean, they've got similar symbols, but like
Yeah.
inverted, and then they got the chains, and one's a horse and one's a cowboy. It's...
That's pretty awesome. Huh, that's cute. Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed.
That's cute.
Oh dear.
What's going on? That doesn't.
Do you want me to go back?
No, it's fine. Oh, that's cute. Go back.
I did not expect them to
Trying to see who we got here.
include that art there. I like how they included all three of those Nebula Stooges, even though they're basically identical.
That's all you can afford to hire. Look at Show. He's all pissed off.
Nick Strife says Red Dead Redemption EXE.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is funny because Red Dead Revolver was originally going to be a Capcom game, and they just kind of sold it off. Jable says, I think if you press B and look in the thumbnail gallery, it will tell you what game these are from. Okay, well, merchandise art. Yeah, okay, Legend of Network Reverse and
Rideman. Oh, that's right. Because I'm like, wow, what a cool character. What's his name? Oh my god.
Nobody.
Charisse.
Yeah, so...
The Trojan Horse was pretty cool. What was that from?
That was another Legend of Network thing. Looks like it might have been a final boss thing.
Yeah, how's that look to it?
Doo-doo-doo.
What's the question mark?
This?
There, yeah. I don't know what that's about, but it looks pretty funny.
Yeah, kind of. Like what Dex is talking about an airplane, and he's thinking about a chicken.
And maybe
and-
Dex is like, I was flying, and the guy was like, what? You have a... Heh. Oh, someone's macking on the ladies. Yeah, there's a whole panda thing going on. Yeah, that's I think that's a new one of Beryl and Mock, Mr. Mock, because they were students. I like the badge. That's some real Activision energy right there.
And then get the main visual for this.
Cool.
Then... Oh, wait, Mystery, that's where we just were. Got the music player, which, like, has a bunch of themes, including a few special ones. The weird thing is, like, they said they were going to have more, if I'm not mistaken, but then it's like, I don't know. There's, like, only, like, these 3 here, and I think 3 in the first one, so... That's a little bizarre.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is there. I think they said something about more content later. I've seen suspicion that's just referring to the pre-order bonuses as like regular DLC. They've done that before, so I don't know. Let's see. Lionsheart says a Dex plane. Anyway, yeah. I guess this is probably where we should wrap it up. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I wonder what Mega Man has to say there. I didn't get to hear it, so. All right, so that has been Nadia David's Mega Man Mayhem for Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. We'll return to this at some point down the line after we've taken our tour of the Classic and X and all those other series. For now, if you want to keep up with me, you can find me on Twitter at LBD_NYTETRAYN, as well as at the MM Network. You can find my writings on poisonmushroom.org and themmnetwork.com, where I just posted the latest episode of Legends of the Halcyon Era, which is my first, all original entry in the series. It's not based on one of the old logs. And if you haven't read the series and you're interested, I wrote it to be a good jumping on point. How do you think it does in that regard?
Pretty good.
So yeah, it kind of gets you introduced to the world of Mega Man Legends and the characters and stuff that's been going on in my stories. And let's see. Yeah, focuses on the latest member of the cast, Celeste. And let's see. Is there anything else?
I think you kind of went through everything.
Yeah, okay. So where can they find you?
I'm just at patreon.com/BloodGodPod. I'm the Acts of Blood God podcast. I'll do Charlie and Dropout, which is under the same umbrella. And I do Retronauts, patreon.com/Retronauts. I have some writing and stuff, but it's kind of behind the scenes, so I'll try to get some more stuff out there that people can actually read.
And let's see, yeah. Also, speaking of reading more of us, you can find us in print with the Mega Man Robot Master Field Guide Updated Edition and Mega Man X Maverick Hunter Field Guide, both from Udon Entertainment, and available on Amazon and better bookstores everywhere. And with that said, we thank you for joining us. And remember, always connected. Goodbye and good night. Bang.